Hi, I'm Davina, and I'm recovering from narcissistic abuse and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And I guess if you're watching this, you probably are a little bit familiar with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Basically, it's repeated childhood abuse, and it doesn't have to be, um, it doesn't have to be physical abuse or even verbal abuse. It can be emotional neglect. It can be emotional abuse. It can be even spiritual and verbal neglect. So, I think that was one way that I came out of denial was really realizing that abuse didn't necessarily have to mean just this horrible, like chaotic, alcoholic, raging parent. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. Um, and so today I'd like to talk about coming out of denial because it is a really, really hard and painful process. So if you're wherever you are, if you're just starting out on this journey, know that this is a really hard thing to do, and a very brave and courageous thing to do, and it's beneficial for the whole planet what you're doing right now. Even if you're feeling small and ashamed or helpless or wherever you are, you're enough. I always want you to know that. And yeah, so I was thinking this morning about something I heard in an ACA meeting, and that was that grief is kind of the distance between how we how it should be or how we wanted it to be and how it actually is or how it actually was. And so when we're in the land of shoulds, that is denial, right? We're thinking, my mom should be listening to me. Why isn't she listening to me? I don't get it. And we're in that frustration and disappointment and like the confusion of it. And, or, like, why is my husband acting like this? Why isn't he being more respectful to me? He should be, speaking to me more kindly. And, if only he weren't smoking pot every day, things would be fine. That's how the denial is. And we're not, when we're in that suffering state, we're not even often aware that these are the thoughts that we're thinking. We're just stuck, and that's denial is the stuck place. And it's hard. It's really hard to come out of that. And I started coming out of that in my early 40s, and it was a very gradual thing. It doesn't just happen overnight. You don't just wake up and wow, okay, now I, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of grieving. Grieving is a huge, huge part of coming out of denial and waking up to reality. And when we live in reality, that's, when I think we can eventually feel the acceptance, the serenity, and even joy. So I'll give you one or two tips here for coming out of denial. One way that I used was when I was with my ex-husband is I actually sat down one day, and I remember this quite clearly, and I wrote down all the shoulds, like he should be doing this, and he shouldn't be doing that, and our relationship should be like this. And I wrote and I wrote and I wrote, I don't know, probably, I don't know, I can't remember, 5, 6, 7 pages of shoulds, I think. And then after that, I think I did a Reiki session, and then the tears just started to flow, and I started to feel that pain of, again, that distance between the way I wanted it to be and the way it actually was. And that was the first time that, my heart started to open to this pain. And then that allowed me to move on, and to leave him. Probably, I think it was about a year and a half later that I left him. And so, yeah, that's one thing that you can do, to sort of, another way is, I think just to start talking about it, find a support group, um, go to therapy, go to an ACA meeting. When we start to talk about it and we start to listen to other people that are also sharing their stories of what happened to them, in their childhoods, then we can start to go, oh yeah, and it's a very slow process. It's just layers and layers of this denial coming off, and it means sitting with pain. That's the plain and simple of it. Is that to come out of this world of suffering and denial, we need to feel the pain, and it's not fun and it's not easy, but there is freedom and peace at the other end of it. And I'm already, I've come just leaps and bounds from where I was, so I know that this does work and that progress is possible, with a lot of patience and perseverance. So what else was I going to say today? So, yeah, I hope you're doing okay today, and just take it one baby step at a time. And yeah, I'm wishing you many, many blessings on your journey. I'm Davina here at Boldness Blooming. Have yourself a good day, a peaceful day.